This is possibly going to be contentious. I love Dream Thrush, I love Tribal Flames, but I'm going to reserve Benalis Trapper here. Honorable mention, Vodalian Hypnotist. So you definitely do have some really nice ones, like Consume Strength. Coastal Drake, this card's totally fine. I would probably be trying to play this. Strength of Unity, I would assume you either don't want to play Dismantling Blow or Strength of Unity. I mean, I get that this does what Power Armor does, but it just puts you at huge risk of getting 2-for-1'd. I'm probably going to have to focus on my draft relatively soon, but yeah, you basically always want a tapper. You're a little bit heavy on like fixing cards that I don't like very much, like specifically Primal Growth, I think is a bit of an awkward one. If it were Harrow, like Harrow's great, but Primal Growth I think is a little bit clunkier than I personally like. Okay, and now second pick. I want to go Recover here. Ravenous Rats is also tempting. But especially after losing to Fabian, or however you say that. I wish he had told us how to say his name instead of just telling me that I got it wrong twice and one of the times I was slightly closer. Oh well. Anyway, I think Recover's really nice. Ravenous Rats has a higher ceiling than Recover, because if you have Ravenous Rats plus the 2/1 flyer that you can pick up by paying a life, then you can just absolutely get them. But I also think Recover's better than Zap. Don't really care to take an Urborg Volcano before I know which colors I'm in and all that, so I will just take a Recover. And this will be an easy second Benalis Trapper for me. Again, I do think this is the best white common. Ruham Jin I think is fine. Cameo. Oh, there is a Repulse. I'm talking about how easy this Benalis Trapper is. I still think it's Benalis Trapper, but it's not quite as easy anymore. Because Repulse is great. The difference between Trapper and Repulse is, in this format you want cards that actually answer your opponent's threats, and Trapper does that and Repulse doesn't. Repulse is a temporary answer, so anyway. Alright, and an easy Samite Archer. Now this one is easy again. Passing Razorfoot Griffin. Griffin keeps you a bit more open, and it is really nice, but we just, I think, demonstrated that Samite Archer is great, so just gonna kind of draft the same cards. Thoughts on drafting Ponza? I wouldn't recommend it. This is an interesting one. Salt Marsh versus Recoil. This one's kind of close. The problem is, I mean, the Marsh is definitely decent. I guess Recoil was not that good for me either. Yeah, alright, I'm down to be a little bit more disciplined. It's not, like, particularly high. Well, I don't think I'm going to wheel a Recoil, but maybe I could get one later in the pack or something. Anyway, I think I'm okay to take a Salt Marsh. But in general, if it were a Coastal Tower or whatever the blue-white one is, then sure. Quick. Okay, well, you got to follow that up with what you're actually asking, or I'm not going to be that quick. Fixing or Standard Bearer? Probably Fixing. Standard Bearer's the 1/1. The 1/1, well, but the 1/1 is worth a ticket. I know how you love your value. Alright, so in this one, Hannah doesn't really do anything. I don't care that much about Galena's Knight. I'm going to take Zap. I still like Zap. Even if I'm not allowed to play red in this one either, that's still fine with me. Let's take a look at who's in the pod eventually. Oh, my draft froze. That's not great. Okay, we have Mystery Man passing to us. Hey, Ermath, good to see you. We're back, baby. Oh, when you said Fixing, I thought you meant like Reef Shaman. That would be sweet, Ermath. Absolutely, it would be. Okay, here's an easy Sparring Golem. I still like this guy. It's extremely castable. Yeah, Sparring Golem, Craigasm, exactly. Yep. Alright, so we basically have to play white, right? We have all this, and then Samite Archer as well. That said, white is allowed to be a splash. Okay, maybe this time we'll get there on the red. Banalish Emissary, also totally fine. But Pouncing Kavu is just good. And this pack has no good cards. There's a Sea Snid, there's a Prison Barricade, there's Ardent Soldier. I think Ardent Soldier kind of sucks. I guess I want to take Prison Barricade. These are both pretty darn bad, though. I really don't like Rogue Kavu. I don't like Stun. I mean, yeah, I just don't like Stun. Who am I kidding? Sure. Red-White Pips, a classic deck. And probably not doing... Well, we could be Mardu, I guess. Searing Rays, that doesn't really do anything either. Restrain can actually kill something and then draw a card. Doesn't say like unblocked or anything, so sure. We haven't messed up that badly so far. We're one draft in. Okay, this is great for me. So again, red-white pips, but Pouncing Kavu is great. If I have to be base red-white with just a tiny bit of, just a pinch of blue, then that's fine. Do I really want any of these ever? I mean, the Piker, I think, is pretty darn miserable, whereas this card... I guess this thing's really bad, too. I'll still take it. It has a higher ceiling, I think. Yeah, it's going in the sideboard, but... technically could board in Overload against someone with, like, multiple dodecapods or, like, power armor or something. We're getting... It seems like the person passing to us mostly knows what they're doing, given that my deck doesn't seem broken, which is fine. We're allowed to have decks that aren't broken. I'll actually take Turf Wound here, just for fun. I don't think I need 2 Restrains. Alright, we have all these... We're just Boros, Cantrips, and Pips. I am a little surprised they passed the Samite Archer to me, but oh well. Okay. So what am I doing here? I guess I'm just taking Sawtooth Loon. It's a little bit awkward because blue isn't particularly open, but I mean, my alternative is like Caldera Kavu and then black is open in this pack, which that might be the case, but right now I don't really have... Oh, I could just take the Sunscape Familiar, but I assume they're already plummeting, right? Well, just... Yeah, I kind of would rather try to trophy than just take a couple tickets for a stupid 0-3 anyway. You do have good cards, right? Like, you still have Razorfin Hunter, which is great, Quicksilver Dagger, which is great, Waterspout Elemental, which is quite nice. And you've just got, like, a bunch of, like, kind of reasonable filler cards. You also have Exclude, that one's great. Alright, trying to find my way into Jeskai, kind of expecting to be forced to play Mardu. Realistically, never putting Saltmarsh in my deck. Okay, easy, Magma Burst, passing Hunting Drake, and Terminate. Yeah. Don't have to think very long about the picks, thankfully. Maybe that's good, maybe it's bad. It's probably bad, because then you guys are like, what? What was even in the pack? He just... Anyway, whatever. You definitely want to play Seda Sanctuary. That is, like, certainly true. Oh, man. Yeah. Is this a grid draft? Can I ever just take this first column? Any grid drafters in the chat? Alright, back to the regularly scheduled program. We're going to take Hobble. Yeah, it is a little bit like that. I mean, Inferno Titan is probably a bit better, but anyway. Okay. What are we taking this over? Not very much. Alright. So this is a big need Helionauts in Pack 3 kind of draft. Oh, well, I guess now I'm taking another Hobble. Yep, taking more Hobbles. So I could take Aurora Griffin, or I could take Confound. Cavern Harpy and Slayer both pretty cool. I'm worried that I'm not going to get enough like meat and potatoes in this deck. Like I'm worried that I'm just not going to have creatures that affect the board. I hate the Silex, man. I'd rather just play a basic land every time, unless I'm like literally 5 color or something, I think. Like I'd rather just take Helionaut, which is mana Silex and a 1/2 flyer. You know what I mean? There is this. I can't really do anything with this. There's the Moraine, which is also really weak. I think I just have to play some bad creatures. I will live. I'm allowed to play some 2/2 flyers for 4. If I had literally a single green card, I would probably take Stone Kavu, because I do like the card. But trying to be Naya wouldn't put me in very good shape for pack 3 anyway. Okay. And interesting. So now I'm just going to continue to try to worm my way into blue. Even if it's really, really cut, we should see like a minimum of like 2 good blue cards or like blue-red cards in pack 3. Crosis's Charm, I think, is way too greedy. Or excuse me, sorry, Crosis. And then Slingshot Goblin and Kabu Recluse, neither one is particularly appealing to me. Oh, also, note that in pack 3, we could get Tundra Kabu. So we have Tundra Kabu and Helionaut working for us. Okay. Stratodon, as much as I like the strategist himself, this card is just quite a bit of mana. I think I will actually just hate draft a Stone Kabu. This card is just solid. It's just a solid playable. Singe can come in from the board. Realistically, I mean, Sunken Hope FTK would be hilarious, but it's not actually going to happen. So Singe for the board it is, I think. Yeah, Singe is fine, I think. I want to take this. I guess I'm going to take Disciple. I don't need the 3rd Aurora Griffin. And then I guess, I mean, Gerard's command is like definitely more playable than this. Yeah, let's just do a bit of hate drafting. You know, it's pretty high likelihood we run into people from the pod, so. Alright. I guess this card can do something. That said, Morg Toad can also do something. Okay, so kind of a weird pack 2. Mostly terrible, honestly, but we did still get a Magma Burst and an FTK, so can't really complain. Okay, and there's a Shivan Reef, which I believe is worth some tickets. There's also a Razorfin Hunter and an Emblazoned Golem. I think it's probably a Razorfin Hunter. Let me take a look at the Shivan Reef price. Invade. No, that's not how you do it. Oh, it is actually 6 tickets. Man. uh It's fixing, chat. It's fixing. How wrong can it be? It just also happens to be 6 tickets, coincidentally. Yeah. Good to see you, by the way, Don Lanos. Oh, the Desolation Angel. Alright, we're taking the Brady out of this pack. And here's a Jilt and a Razorfin Hunter as well. So this is interesting because I did. How was that harsh? It should be an honor to be called that. We have some good wheels, by the way. Standard Bearer, Manacles, even Raka Disciple and Bloodfire Kavu would be acceptable. I think it's Jilt. Razorfin Hunter is great, but a lot of the power of this card comes from being able to play it early, and we are really looking to have blue as a splash. So I think this is a situation where I can get behind Jilt. The thing is, like, two... Okay, yeah, this is just an easy one. Two Razorfin Hunters, in my opinion, is a lot better than two Jolts. Anyway. I do pass a Quicksilver Dagger here, which is actually a consideration, but I will take Honor Guard number 2. Okay, there's a Reef Shaman. I like it, but I don't love it. Problem is it's kind of an early pick for Orum's Thunder, so I think I take this, and there's like a small chance that I actually do end up playing enough blue to warrant this. Hey Resto Kiki, good to see you. The first time chat, I could have sworn you'd been here before, but maybe not. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Yeah, let's just grab the Reef Shaman. Even though pretty unlikely to actually get there. I think now that we've gotten the best Pillar Field Ox of all time, we can probably afford to cut the Prison Barricade. We're getting closer to being able to cut the Aurora Griffins as well. This deck is looking, it's not perfect, but it's looking quite nice. And Easy Goblin Legionnaire. Everybody knows that this card is my boy / my homie. I love a Goblin Legionnaire. Anyway, Resto, do you plan on firing up some IPA drafts while it's on Moto this week? Kind of want to be optimistic and say we're not playing the Aurora Griffin or the Reef Shaman, but it might be a little bit over the top. Flowstone Charger is interesting. I think this is actually an easy Tundra Kavu, though. You know, still wouldn't mind an Orum's Thunder / I do actively want an Orum's Thunder, especially with double Hobble, because sometimes you blow up your own Hobble to kill their guy, and it's totally worth it. But Tundra Kavu is much needed fixing, and it fits well into the curve, so yeah. Alright. Just going to assume that these are not happening. Diversionary Tactics is interesting. We'll think about it. I will take it regardless. I'm not going to take Bloodfire Infusion over it. I'm just going to watch you in Newland. Yes. Well, it's a complicated one. It's probably one of the least beginner-friendly formats there is. So, yeah, I would highly recommend watching somebody. And I'd like to think I know what I'm doing. We'll see. So, oh, and thank you for the follow, by the way. I missed that. Okay, so this pack is not very good for me. I really don't like Minotaur Tactician at all. Bloodfire Infusion is at least interesting, and then these two cards I think are probably a bit too narrow. On the other hand, like on one hand, IPA is very beginner unfriendly, right? Not like Magic beginner, but just like people who are unfamiliar with the format. On the other hand, it is an awesome format. There aren't too many Magic formats that are similar to IPA at all. So I'm biased, of course, but I think it's pretty excellent. Okay, Seda Sanctuary. I'm going to try to play this. I might be a little bit short on red permanents, but this card is quite good. This one in particular always seems to go later than it should. So if you can put Seda Sanctuary in your deck, I would recommend it. And to actually tell you guys what the card does. Oh, just kidding. I need to make a pick here. Do I want Bloodfire Kavu? I think I just want the Raka Disciple. Smash is pretty unlikely to do anything, and I do already have Artifact Destruction in the sideboard. It looks like we're not wheeling very much, because I think this pack had some nice white cards. I have a feeling we're not going to get Orum's Thunder back. But we'll be okay regardless. Anyway, to try to go back to reading the Seda Sanctuary. So at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a red or green permanent, you get to loot. And then if you control permanents of both colors, then you... and it can be one permanent, by the way. It doesn't stipulate that it has to be two different ones. Then you basically cast Catalog. You draw two cards and then discard a card. Okay, we do get an Orum's Thunder. I actually kind of want to main deck this. With the double Hobble and even the... like Seda Sanctuary. Okay, second Orum's Thunder, don't really need that one. Alright, so we're in great shape. This is probably just the deck, because minus the Shivan Reef, we're at 22 playables. You always want to be playing 18 lands. Yeah, you're right about that. Theta, Raka, those names are beyond obsolete. They never really caught on. I don't really know why. It's kind of funny because this format is pretty popular, but nobody cares about those names. I'm just going to throw a Tranquil Path in my sideboard. I don't need index for anything. I could cut Diversionary Tactics. That's like my one card I would be somewhat interested in cutting. It could just be like a random Prison Barricade. Saltmarsh Recover. That's max greed. Like, that is some high level greed. I did kind of greed this one though, right? I took the $6 land, but in the end, it looks like it's going to work out. We got 0 Helionauts. We got Tundra Kavu, our MVP. Okay, so quickly, let's take a look at the options in the board. Realistically, it's never Reef Shaman. It could be some random cantrip. It could be this. I don't think it's any of these. And then it could be Aurora Griffin. It could be Grey Ogre with some upside. Or it could be the Prison Barricade. I'm more interested in the white cards than the red cards. Which is, it's also unfortunate because ideally I would put another red permanent into my deck for the Seda Sanctuary. What do we think? Because I kind of don't want to play Diversionary Tactics. That's true. Yeah, I do have this Sunscape Apprentice. I don't think it's good enough otherwise, unfortunately. But good catch for sure. Is it ever just Disciple? Maybe it is. I don't know, it's a relatively cheap white creature that I can bounce with Silver Drake and Sawtooth Loon. I wouldn't mind having one more of those. I don't think it's Singe. I mean, Singe could be correct, but I need to practice. I need to see how many millions of X1s are going around. I guess it's true that like Razorfin Hunter and Thornscape and Stormscape Apprentice are all very worthwhile to ping. But I already have like Zap and stuff. I don't know. I just want to try this Disciple. Could easily be wrong. We definitely want fewer islands than mountains and plains. This thing thinks... I think this is wrong. I think maybe if we go down here and up there, then we're on like 775, right? Which seems great to me. Yeah, this one looks pretty nice to me. It's, again, not perfect. Here's our last one. I don't really want to save the screenshots of every deck because I'm going to draft 50,000 decks, so we don't need every single one committed to memory, especially if they didn't trophy. Baron Sanger Thrall. I recognize this name. Okay, we've got an interesting hand. I think this is a keep because, one, I'm on the draw. Wait, opponent took the play. I'm on the draw. I have 7 planes. I have Zap, which is a cantrip. I would be very... The times where you don't play 18 lands, I think, are extremely rare in this format. Like, I remember having one deck before. There's one deck where I played 19 lands, and I think that was wrong. And then there was one deck where I played 17 lands, and I think it was right, but the reason it was correct is because my mana was extremely good. I'm never going to play a 1/1 first strike for 2 unless I'm about to like discard to hand size and the rest of my hand sucks or something. So it's very unlikely that Zap is actually going to find something to kill here. They would have to play, yeah, something bad, which they played something good instead. Yeah, this is unfortunate. So now I'm going to have to cycle the Zap targeting them on their end step. But obviously, this is just how the format goes. No surprises there. Yeah, that's a big part of it. Well, the opponent has natural Tron plus a third, so that's nice. Not very good for me, unless they maybe they could play an X1 for me, please. Maybe if I ask nicely. Yeah, so you basically always play 18 lands, you basically always play 3 plus colors, you basically always take the draw. Please play an X1 opponent. This is why you keep the chat open, folks. Sometimes opponents have nice things to say. Alright. Alright. Can we draw white mana? Alright. It's going to be Honor Guard numero uno. And then likely following it up with the Pouncing Kavu, but we'll see. No blocks. I actually can block this with the power vested in me. They're going to tap the Honor Guard. Yep. No counterspell means they don't have anything, which is great. I can just play another one of these. 3/3 First Strike Haste is a chonker. It's a beater. Okay, maybe Plague Spores. Death Grasp. Okay, well, a Death Grasp that's not pointed at my face is a Death Grasp that I'm totally fine with. Okay. So I just want to be mana efficient. I'm going to get my other Honor Guard down. Yeah, but it's also like they literally have to do that, right? They have to target it, so it's not like it's wrong. All right, now we're in this spot. Repulse. Okay. Do they have like a shock? I'm not too worried about getting tempoed out here. I guess they could have Hobble. They could have Hobble on my Pouncing Kavu. If they do that, then I'm going to absolutely annihilate them with this Orum's Thunder, though, so... Yeah. I'm down for whatever you got for me. I think I'm ready for it. Maybe not, but okay. What is this? Magma Burst? Oh, Magma Burst is good. Alright. Fair play. There goes my board. Okay, here's a Sawtooth Loon. It's a little bit awkward. I think it's time for hasting another Pouncing Kavu. And then next turn, if we draw a land, we get to go Disciple plus Honor Guard. Easy Ordered Migration. I don't even like Armadillo Cloak. Lash Knife Barrier. Opponent has some nice ones, but we have the Orum's Thunder. Anyone in chat happen to know how blowing up Kangi is a funny one? I don't think Kangi is good, by the way, but it is pretty funny with Ordered Migration. Does anyone know how this works? Does the Lash Knife Barrier prevent a damage from the Orum's Thunder or not? You would guess yes? You assume it will? I think it won't. I'm gonna go for it. Both effects resolving same time. But I think destroy means it's already in the graveyard. Yeah. Okay, it does work. Whew. Sometimes you just gotta hope that you're right. Another one, that's annoying for me. Yeah, that part would be bad if they had green mana somehow. Yeah, because it comes first, and because it's not damage, it's destroy. Yes, yeah. Uh-oh. Now I'm in bad shape. Okay. So unfortunately, I can fly my guy, but they can also tap my guy. It doesn't really matter how I stack these. Okay, there's a hobble. That's not the worst. Oh, it did matter how I stacked them. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Return this. Play this. Can't really... I don't really think I can attack. Yep, gotta take the damage. So remember, triggered abilities are different from casting spells or activating abilities, and with triggered abilities, you actually can target wherever you want. Alright, so it's time for me to go to combat. They're going to tap my Honor Guard. I'm going to attack them for some damage. Okay, you should not be blocking there, probably. They have something? Is it a Jilt? It's Rushing River, bouncing both Honor Guards. Okay. That's not that bad for me. Because now I replay my Honor Guard, and then I hop. I mean, I didn't actually. It was better to sequence it the other way, technically. Alright. And then I guess I'll just play a. Do I play a land? I guess I'll play a land. Pass. So now my Pouncing Kavu should be good. Here comes the Honor Guard. This game has been really good so far, and they concede. Yeah, this has been a good one. They were not supposed to block. Anyway. All right, so what am I doing here? Against this opponent, I think we might have it built correctly. I'm guessing we probably do. Oh, the triggered ability thing I said. You know what's a trigger? FTK. So we could FTK kill the living airship if we had drawn that one. Do I want second Orum's Thunder against this opponent? Maybe. They only showed me one target. Let's just run it back. Okay, this one's bad. And this one's better, so we'll keep it. Throw a mountain back. We're in that familiar spot of needing one of our 7 plains or the Tundra Kabu. That's not either of those. But we have a few chances before things really get awkward. Unlucky, but still a nice one once I find the mana for it. Just F6. Some quality of life equity comes back there. I guess that's redundant, but don't worry about it. All right. Ripping the plains, just a turn behind schedule, really not that bad. Could get excluded. If we do, that's fine. Okay, we don't. Actually punished for playing out island, kind of ironically, because if I played mountain... Okay, they could have route. I think playing around a rare I haven't seen when they don't even have double white seems incorrect to me, so I'm going to run this out. Run this route. Anyone? Okay, Fav. Well, I think this is Vodalian Serpent versus 4 lands. All right, Vodalian Serpent it is. We take those. The old 4 mana sort of impulse through 5 cards. Okay, their own Honor Guard. Now, what am I doing? I need to play this. And I need to fly this. And if we draw land, we can actually... So let's say it's land kicked Vodalian Serpent from them, and then I draw land. Then we can Jilt, shocking this, bouncing the 6-drop. Manacles, I accept. Standard Bearer, totally fine. Alright, no need to shoot the Standard Bearer at the moment. Okay, we did draw the land. Now it's getting interesting. Let's keep up... Oh, I can't keep up white. let's keep up red, I suppose. Seems more relevant than the flying ability. And I have a feeling this is going to be Jilt bouncing my honor guard, shocking their honor guard, and then we shock it again. Should have a nice one set up here. Oh, or just rip the Sawtooth Loon off the top. That's also great. Hmm. I think I just play that. I don't really... Huh. That's a little bit awkward. I'm probably taking 6 from this Vodalian Serpent. Well, I don't know. The Serpent is going to be obnoxious. There's not very much I can do about that. Because I can... Well... You're a Loon Denier? It is a little bit awkward. I'll give you that. I'm still doing this, though. I mean, it just saved my honor guard. I guess I don't really need either of those. I'm probably just sacking the Goblin Legionnaire, like block sack, kill the Standard Bearer. Knowledge Trapper. Yeah, yes, that's what I'm doing. Because now I'm starting to have some good lines. So I can go here. Red there. If it were literally Dreadmaw, I would take damage from that. So now the plan is to Jilt, returning this to hand and shocking this, and then we're going to hobble this, which unfortunately I'm a mana off of doing that this turn. So that means basically that I can't do anything this turn. Well, is that true? I kind of need to take 6. Wait a minute. I guess my line is fly. Yeah, I actually do have exactly enough, right? So I go land, I fly the honor guard, I'm in for 4, and then I trapper their honor guard, and then I have the Jilt. Dissolutionist, or however you pronounce that. Maybe it's Dissolutionist, I don't know. But anyway, thank you for the raid. I am super excited for IPA. I don't know if you're familiar with this format, but I am so happy that this is back on Magic Online. I'm going to be playing a huge amount of this over the next few days. And welcome, Raiders. I will be probably playing more of this than I will be sleeping. So, you know, questionable life decisions aside, there will be a lot of content. Yeah, it is pre-modern-esque, right? Cards from pre-modern are in this. Okay, so I will now take 6 damage from this. I kind of need them if they have like confound or something. That's rough, Ryan. Yeah. Ooh, this living airship is a problem for me. Okay, so end of turn, we go kick a jilt. This is the first target for the bounce, and then we're gonna shock the trapper. I don't know how we get through living airship. They're tapping something. Okay, funny. And now I think it's a pretty clear hobble on this. And then I'm really hoping to draw planes. Did not draw planes. Okay, this should still be fine. We can't get any damage in this turn, but we also don't take any damage. No reason to attack. Yep, honor guard returns. That's fine. And they can't attack profitably with the living airship, so presumably they don't. Yep. Alright, now it's my turn. Find a Shivan Reef. Not particularly useful. Start by running out the Samite Archer. I think this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to hold this Shivan Reef, I think. We're going to be waiting around for a little bit. Might be an understatement. If I find like my FTK, okay, here's Lash Knife Barrier. Now I'm looking for my Orm's Thunder. By the way, if we go to game 3, then I'll bring in Orm's Thunder number 2 because they also have manacles. Okay. All right, well, good timing. And this works, right? Because I have to target the Coalition Honor Guard, but I also get to ping it with the Samite Archer. I guess I play land in case they have like evasive action. We're getting niche. And we know that this deals as much damage as we would like it to. We just hope that they don't have the Rushing River. If they have Rushing River, I'm in bad shape. Yeah, it looks like they have it. All right, then this is going to be pretty hard. I'm not actually sure how we beat this if they have Rushing River here. Oh, it happened. Okay. Well, I'm down for that. And they concede. All right. I should invite this opponent to my Discord. I'll just say thanks for the games. I don't really know what to say in this kind of circumstance. So anyway, why did it not send? Did they leave the match? Oh, they're offline. All right. Well, I will still be inviting you to my server at some point. And speaking of, anyone watching the stream would like to join the server. Hopefully not bots, because we keep having bots join. If you're a real person and you'd like to join, we run our own drafts here. People have been posting decks and asking me to look at them. We do a lot of chaos drafting. All right, Ben Paris, pro poker player. Yes. Yeah, it is slower, I think, for the most part than chaos. This hand is actually pretty mediocre. Opponent puts me on the play, by the way. I'm still keeping it, though. The title visionary. Okay, well. We'll see. We'll see about that. Yes, the things that Strat said. 100% agree with all of them. All right, we're in there with the title visionary. Probably not the first use for that card that we would like to have. Did I add the correct number of... I must have, right? I must have added the right number of the different land types. Oh well, it's fine. As long as they don't exclude this, that would be a nightmare. I don't really have a choice, though. I have to play it. Okay, they didn't exclude. You love to see it. They have repulse. You don't love to see that. Okay. Well, if I find my blue mana, or I mean, I could find my Orm's Thunder. Hobble's not going to work. This is unfortunate. Opponent gets to draw extra cards, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yes. Well, Consume Strength is excellent. So, well, 1 second. I kind of have to focus on the game, and then I'll try to say the other thing. They might have Slay here. I don't know why they're thinking about this for so long. They turn it red. Oh, I see. Sure. Well, that's pretty bad for me. Yeah, we're extremely dead in this game. I mean, not like literally can't win, but it's going to be quite tough. Yeah. Um, I think I'm just supposed to hobble this. It's kind of weird, and I might get very... Oh, whoops. I already messed up. I wasn't supposed to play my land because I might have drawn island there. Oh well. I thought I was going to play the Pouncing Cowboy and changed my mind. Okay, we didn't get punished. Yeah, definitely bringing in... well, I mean, I would like to bring in the Orm's Thunder. Yeah, this is very bad for me now. Like, I'm almost just at a point where I can't win. Yeah, I kind of just want to concede. Because the problem is that, yeah, I think I am actually going to concede. It's a little bit premature, but like if we think about what's happening here, every single turn they can change the color of my creature into red or green, and then they can Cavern Harpy pick up the thing and then just recast it unlocked out. So I don't really feel like trying to fight through that. They got me. Alright, so how do I ever beat that? It could be Singe, and it could be Orm's Thunder. I'm not opposed to both. Let's start by taking out Disciple. That looks like my worst card. It could also be Bloodfire Infusion, potentially. Um, hmm. I could cut like Rocka Disciple, perhaps. Yeah, let's just go for this. I would really like to trophy with this deck, because this deck is pretty nice, but we're also playing a strong opponent. Even if we're technically paired down because they're 1-1, like, I don't know. Their deck seems pretty good to me. Maybe they'll be generous and they'll put Flame Tongue Kavu back into our deck. Alright, I would like to take the draw. This is a nice one. I'm actually quite happy that all of my matches have been going quickly so far. Looks like opponent's mulling on the play, so that's good for me. Wow, mulled of 5. I'm up 3 cards before the game starts. Okay, Tidal Visionary. Come on, Singe. Imagine if I had it, though. So we're looking at turn 2, Goblin Legionnaire, then turn 3, probably Banalish Trapper, plus either sack this or hold up the sack. So this could be attack for 1, post-combat Cavern Harpy. I think they're F6, though, yeah. It is still Cavern Harpy. Sure, card's annoying. Not the end of the world for me. Okay, nice draw. I think I'm just playing that. The next turn I can actually double spell. It's like surprisingly awkward for me if they block here. But yeah, I assume they're just never doing that. We've sort of drawn perfectly. Can't complain about that. Oh man, they becomes the color of your choice until end of turn. If this wasn't summoning sick, they could have forced me to bounce the Silver Drake back to my hand. I wasn't paying enough attention. Thankfully, it was summoning sick and it was all moot, but like, gotta watch out for those, you know? I'm gonna hold up Jilt. Looks like this is a pretty trivial win, just with them being down so many cards, me having perfect mana, perfect curve out. They're going to Reef Shaman their own land, or Terminate? Yeah. Alright. And another Reef Shaman. I mean, their deck definitely looks good. I don't really want to allow them to trade. Cavern Harpy is annoyingly good against Hobble. Let's start by just zapping this thing. We draw FTK, nice. Alright, tap that. Play lands. In there for 2. So they can now mess up my mana. It's not a huge issue for me, though. Quicksilver Dagger, yeah, that's not a problem. Hey Jay John, good to see you. Maybe I should have done something like that, but I did not. Okay, so this will be funny because they're going to try to color hose me. Guess I'll turn off auto yields. Yes, I did get raided. We're going to float a red. Obviously, we could sack the Legionnaire, but the line we're actually going to go for is pretty nice. We're going to kick a Jilt. The first target is the thing getting bounced. That's you. The second target is the thing being dealt damage. That's you. Now there's, yeah, small chance that the opponent like pays a life to return the Cavern Harpy to hand. Jolt is pretty nice, yeah. Um, I guess I play this land. I actually, I'm in a weird spot because I sort of want the damage. I guess their one card is Cavern Harpy. Um, I really want to have access to my red mana, so I think I'm going to leave the tapper back to tap the Reef Shaman. Alright, and then pass. I assume they're just going to concede to FTK. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. Red mana. Okay, Slingshot. Sure. That is an issue, almost. Except for the fact that I have some ways to stop it. That's also pretty nice. Boot the Snoot. And then I want to continue to have access to red mana whenever, so I'm going to continue to leave Trapper back. Come on, opponent. You're not getting out of this one, bud. No way, no how. Yeah, no worries. Reading is hard. You know what else is hard? Reefing. Okay, they didn't quite make me send them the dot. Why are we being so toxic? Because I don't want to be held hostage in this game where they're clearly dead. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so why am I skipping any days? So I'm very excited about the Boston Cube Party. Unfortunately, I'm not excited about the fact that the Boston Cube Party is the same week as this IPA flashback. So this week is going to be like insane levels of dopamine for me, and then every other week is just going to be like womp womp. But that's why I'm skipping the days, because I have 2 full days of Magic. And for anyone who hasn't heard me say this, even though I feel like I keep saying it over and over, I'm extremely excited. I mean, yes, I'm going to the Boston Cube Party. Yes, my cube's in the event. Like, that stuff is cool. But I'm not only commentating, which I've never commentated before. I'm really excited about that. But I'm specifically commentating the top 8. So that is hype. So I'm pretty... Wish you enjoyed anything. Oh my gosh. J. John, come on. That's bogus. You love stuff. I know you do. You're a passionate guy. Okay. How do I beat this opponent? I still am not really sure. Singe definitely seems good. And I think second Orm's Thunder still feels fine to me. I'm somewhat interested in an Aurora Griffin, but I kind of don't think I should put a bad card into my deck for no reason. Maybe it's better than Orm's Thunder number 2. I don't know. It's actually kind of close. Any thoughts from the peanut gallery? No, there's not a reasonable amount of fixing. This is like the ultimate cursed mana base format. You just have to embrace it. I'm gonna go for it. Let's go for the Aurora Griffin. Saltmarsh? Yeah, I don't think so. Brady, I called you the Coalition Honor Guard guy. That's a compliment. You don't want to be the Saltmarsh Recover guy. That's not where you want to be. I'm keeping this. Yes, but we already have one, so I thought the second copy might be a little bit excessive resto, and I do have a bunch of other interaction, so The good news with this hand is any amount of time they spend Reef Shamaning me is going to be wasted because I have perfect mana with this hand. Bad news is no, I didn't. Um, Bad news is we have 6 lands. Yeah, you can. I mean, I guess maybe technically there's a way they could screw me here, but it's going to be difficult. Okay, maybe they. Do they ever block? We got him. Um, oh, we drew a land. We did not get him. Oops. If they just play Quicksilver Dagger, I lose. Okay. Oh no, they did get me actually. Okay, there's my Aurora Griffin. Um, I think I want them to keep. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So far it's looking all right. Aurora Griffin over the. Wait, why did I chat? Why did I play a mountain? It's fine. Yeah. Also, I like actually should not be attacking first here. I'm so annoyed with myself. Why the hell did I do that? Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna play this. They'll make me lose a life with the Stormscape, that's fine. That's it's not a particularly good Stormscape for them. So maybe I actually didn't get baited. I guess it's a better Stormscape because they have a Reef Shaman. Guys, I need to lock in. They terminate that. Okay, well I'm getting rewarded here. Rewarded for holding my Honor Guard, that is. Maybe not rewarded for not playing the Aurora Griffin on the turn where I obviously could have played it. Are they really spending all their mana? Opponent doesn't know the law, which is you're actually not supposed to give me random extra types because I might have a domain card that punishes them for that. I thought I clicked into combat here, but maybe I didn't. Okay, I guess I didn't. I don't really know what discard effects the opponent could have. I'm just going to play around some. The more time they waste with the Reef Shaman thing, I think the better. Dream Thrush, yeah. Like I'm unmana screwable here, so that's fine. So they might tap down my Sparring Golem. They might Reef Shaman plus Stormscape to tap it down. Nope. This means I could trade my Trapper. I don't really have anything that makes that safe, though. I think I'm supposed to tap the Dream Thrush here. Yep, lose a life, that's fine. Resolves. Upkeep, tap this, go. Safe foils, noted. Feels like they're just. This was kind of like my draw in game one of round one with my first deck. Sometimes you just draw really threat light. Oh, look at this. We got them. They're going to make this white and then tap my guy, but we actually just respond, and now they can't do that. Now they have to make me lose a life. No, I went 2-1. We lost to professional, like Swedish player or whatever. I mean, I think it was still probably correct for them to try it. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, we're just gonna hold all these lands in hand. Actually, all right. This is getting a little bit comical. They're in for one. I think that is a mistake because leaving this back actually means they can stop me from doing the tap trick, right? Because if they can produce two white sources, then they get to. Yeah, that was a mistake from them. Definitely a good Singe matchup, by the way. All right, with this many lands, it's time to play one of them out. We're using white mana every turn anyway, so let's play Plains. Let's see if they make the correct play this time. They might just draw something. Slingshot. Okay. I don't think that that's that bad for me. Okay. So this time they do get to tap something down. Um, so in other words, this time I let them. They have to tap the honor guard down, I guess. Sure. I draw Jilt. Feels good, man. Um, all right. So we'll just do this. I think we're nearly in an unlosable spot. Yeah. This is a bunch of mana. Sea Snid. Okay. Nice reward for. I guess it doesn't even really matter whether I leave my guy back or not. Okay. Passing, passing. Yeah, I think this is going to be very bad news for them. Okay, they only send in one. It's a bit trickier to punish. So the question is, which one do I want to kill and which one do I want to tap? Um, I guess I'm down to tap a Slingshot Goblin. So we'll go end of turn, Jilt, bouncing target creature, shooting target creature, paying some mana. And then tapping this. I think, actually, wait. Yeah, we'll tap this. My turn. Okay, more lands. And now they're almost literally dead. Okay, they're at 3. Play lands. Pass. This is like a pretty common level of a grind for IPA, by the way. Like, this is not unusual. Cavern Harpy, that doesn't matter very much. So they can play that and they can play the Seastead. Okay, sure. Replay the other Dream Thrush. Yeah, they're just going to lose. Unless they draw some sick, nasty G2 Fire or something. I mean, I don't know. All right, tap this one, I guess. No, this is extremely common. Okay. So I think it's fine to go for Hobble on Cavern Harpy. Like, yes, they can bounce it, but then I just make them chump with 2 dudes, right? Also, they lose a life if they do this. Oh, they just F6'd? Well, that's good for me. Alright. Cool. You ever just draw, like, every land in your deck but win anyway? Nice. That might have been wrong there at the end. I don't really know. Anyway, cool. Wait, how many lands was that? 3, 6, 8, plus 5, 13? Those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those numbers up. Okay, we're 2-0. Do I think this happening or a Japanese beetle being found outside of Japan is more common? Um, it's probably this happening in IPA. Oh, the King of Pop. All right, keep this one. Throw back the Disciple. The moth in my face. All right. Okay, this is a forced trade. Opponent takes it. Go. Yes, I do think 7 Flame Tongue Kabus would be good in this set. Okay, another one. Alright, I mean, tiny bit annoying for me. Not horrible. Uh, Pro white. This is not ideal. Maybe I'm not supposed to play that land. I don't really know how I beat that card. Guess maybe I just lose to Fabian and then or Fabian and then I lose to Tublave. Oh well. Spirit Monger. Holy shit. How do you okay, I can't beat this deck. Yeah. Maybe I should have just let them cast the Spirit Monger. Like, come on. How do you have this stuff against me? The double bomb rare. Oh well. Oh, you actually predicted that. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm just hey man, I don't have to win 80% of my matches. I can just die. That's cool. Um hmm. Well, I think the worst thing possible is Marauding Knight number 2, but like short of that, Spiritmonger is pretty messed up. Is my challenge go 2-1 every time? Because I might be excelling at that challenge. Oh man. I deserve it for playing the wrong land for the on the Aurora Griffin turn. I have to justify it that way. It's pull off a Spirit of Resilience. I literally don't know what card that is. Tidal Visionary. Yeah. Everybody loves the Tidal Visionary, man. I don't like it that much, but all right. So now I'm chumping with Pouncing Caboose. I'm just gonna concede. Playing the Plains was probably horrible. There's no reason to speed up their clock by an entire turn. But realistically, it doesn't matter at all because I can never beat that. I can never, ever, ever beat that. Um, Wait, what? What is that card? Okay, 1 second. I'm just gonna run this back. Why does it look like it's a weird Strixhaven like unset card? Oh, it's just a 5C challenge. I guess I could run Singe maybe over Orm's Thunder here. Okay, this hand could maybe do something. Up 2 cards is something. I mean, I don't know about trying to beat the Spirit Monger plus this crazy rare. So I'll take this upkeep stop off. Okay, we actually drew a 1-drop. It's not terrible. It would be pretty hard. Okay, opponent did mulligan, but then they played a good card. So that's a little bit like unmulliganing. Hitting the Sultai Tron for Marauding Knight. And thank goodness I actually have a chance against it this time. No walks. Oh my god. Alright. Well, I have to kill that. I guess I'm bouncing this Marauding Knight. Choose target creature to bounce. Choose a creature to kill. Alright. I think we're fine at the moment. Yep, that's fine. Just recast it. Surprise deployment? Isn't that card unplayable? I'm so confused, Springbok. Alright. Well. Um. Yeah, I guess you got me with that one, J. John. Alright. Um. I guess I'm playing land. A little bit awkward for my hobble. I definitely have to bring in Singe. Jesus. Okay, well, thankfully I do have the hobble for that. Alright, now I have lethal, because I can fly my dude. Okay, game 3. I don't like my chances. I think I'm a distinct underdog here. Orm's Thunder out, Singe in. No. Um. God, is it like Bloodfire Infusion? I just don't even know how I'm supposed to survive this. No, blue's my splash. I only have 5 blue sources, Springbok. Um, I guess I'll just try it like this. I think I'm freaking dead. Alright. Keeping any FTK hands. Opponent mulligans. Alright, we're even on cards. Thanks for the tip. uh, Attack for 1. Cavern Harpy post combat. Yeah. Can't hobble this one very effectively. Yeah, Cavern Harpy is a pain in the ass. I actually did get to hobble Cavern Harpy in my last one, but that's because the opponent was dead if I removed a blocker, basically. Probably not literally. Just have to hope that Two Blade is a little bit short on removal. And I have to be very wary about playing out Plains number 3. Amphibious. Okay. There's a Shivan Reef. In fact, we're just going to go for that right now. I'm down to block. If you have the consume strength, then you got me, I guess. Is that true? Tidal Visionary, okay. Well, you can only change... Okay, another one. Alright, this is not bad for me. Not good for me. So I can attack with Coalition Honor Guard. I can 2-for-1 them with Magma Burst if they block. They're not going to block. And then I can play a post-combat Pouncing Kavu that walls out their Amphibious Kavus. Because if I do it the other way, then the Tidal Visionary can change this to blue or black, and then I can't block. Okay. We're holding these Tidal Visionaries at bay. So now Disciple of Kangi actually... Oh, we could like... Man, there's got to be some way out of this, but I don't really know quite what it is. Alright, I'm in there for 3. Pass. Disciple does actually block the Harpy. There's a chance I was supposed to play it out previously. I've been really conservative with this FDK. I guess I'm getting close to a point where I can kick a Magma Burst. There's actually a chance I am just supposed to take 6 damage, but 6 is a lot when I'm at 12. I feel like my draw is better here. Well, my plan is to trade off the Disciple for an Amphibious Kavu. Maybe that's not good. So what would you have done, Aramouth? Because I'm definitely open to the possibility that there is a much better line for this turn. Just wouldn't attack, probably, is what you're going to say? Yeah, that's very reasonable. That was probably better, honestly. I got a little too monkey brained, I think, and I saw them attacking me for 2 a turn, and I felt the need um to attack them for 3. Do I just take the damage? Yeah, I guess this was just bad, huh? I just shouldn't have attacked. Oh, I should take the damage. I see what you're saying. Yeah, alright, fine. Taking the damage. Who needs life points? I can trade a bunch of damage for no reason. Okay, more Tidal Visionaries. That's probably not an issue, at least. Seda Sanctuary. That's a nice draw. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna attack here? I need to keep finding these attacks. I think. Well, no, that's wrong. Alright, we're gonna leave it back. Yeah. Which lands do I sack is the question. Probably mountain. Maybe. Do I need double white? Not that badly. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Hypnotic Cloud. Huh. Okay. I guess I just keep FTK? Yeah, I threw this game. Dang it. Took a bunch of damage for no reason. I don't think there's anything I could do about the Hypnotic Cloud. I guess I have to send in Pouncing Kavu. I have to attack. If I don't attack, I lose. Yes, that's true. They literally have a protection from white card, and they have Spirit Monger and stuff in their deck. That's the reason I went for the attack. Now if they just draw either of those cards, I can't really win. I'm so annoyed with myself. I shouldn't have taken that damage. I think if I don't take the damage, I'm probably ahead. Okay, I like that for me. They probably have to start like paying a life and like pitching their thing. I don't think I'm allowed to attack with much. I think it's just Pouncing Kavu, and they just pay a life. Sucks. I think I lose because of that Hypnotic Cloud. I mean, the attack thing was bad, but yeah. I don't even remember playing out a land like unnecessarily. I think I just got. I don't know. I probably lose this. Damn it. Cavern Harpy, pick up a Tidal Visionary, replay it. I have to keep the FTK on the board because one of their cards that they can draw is like protection from white +1/+1 for each planes the opponent controls. So if I don't keep FTK on board and they draw that, I lose. Oh my god, finally a good draw. Okay. This might even be good enough. Not really, because it's still a 4/4. Alright, I think I just send for a lot of damage. Yeah, it is nuts. I just have to... Because I think now I'm in the spot where I fly my FTK. I need them not to have Spirit Monger. I need them not to have the other card. They could have Consume Strength. That would also be bad for me. Lane of War dead. That's fine. The question is just... I mean... I think I should win this game unless I'm missing something. So now I go here. I go 1 damage here. Yeah. They pick it up. I tap 2 of my blockers. They can't really do that again. They play land. Okay. It actually, trading the damage, it was incredibly bad, I think, but it might work out in my favor. There's a chance. I just need... Yeah, that's fine. Cavern Harpy I can deal with. I would love to draw a spell. If I can just draw a spell, I'm so happy. Any spells. Because now they can't... Oh man, that's a great spell. Play this. One damage here. You can't pay life anymore. Make this blue. I beat Dead Ringers. I live at 1 versus Dead Ringers. Well, that would be impossible because it's only in pack 3, but otherwise I would feel good about it. Okay, well, I tried to say I think you outplayed me for what it's worth. Okay. Aang versus Sokka, matchup that was always meant to be. Finally, on the board. I played that one poorly. We're into the queue.